Howdy from Arlington, Texas, y'all. I hope this video finds you well. So, a couple weeks ago, I decided to get back into the TTM game. So, this will be my first Ttm Tuesday post where I'll go through some of the guys that I've gotten back. I'm calling this Old Reliables because these are some of these are guys I've gotten before, or I signed up for Star Tiger and using it, I'd seen that they are very safe. I'm going to get my cards back most likely, so I definitely wanted to start there. Don't want to make this as long as yesterday's video, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. Try to get through it relatively quickly. It is 5 returns. So, my first one of one. This is the first one I got back from the ones I sent out a couple of weeks ago. 1 of 1 in 7 days. John Cappeletti. So, if you don't know who that is, John Cappeletti won the 1973 Heisman Trophy playing for Penn State. He was inducted in the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983. Joe Paterno reportedly called him the best football player that he ever coached. He was selected by the Rams with the 11th overall pick in the 1974 draft. Played 5 years there and then 4 more with the Chargers for a total of 9 seasons. In the NFL, he did not have quite the success he had in college. He rushed for a career-high 6 touchdowns in 1975 and a career-high 688 yards with the Rams in 1976. So, 1 of 1 in 7 days, John Cappeletti. Next one. I actually picked these up on Sport Lots when I saw somewhere that he was signing a while back. Thankfully, he still was. I sent 3, got 3 back in 9 days. Mr. Steve Blass. And look at that autograph. He has a can't really show up well there. This one looks good. Yeah, those are some beautiful, beautiful signatures. So he pitched for the Pirates for 10 years. Finished with a 103 and 76 career record with a 3.63 ERA. His best season was 68 when he went 18 and 6 with a 2.12 ERA. He won a career high 19 games in 1972, but in 1973 he inexplicably, big words, lost his control of pitches, and he retired in 1974. His struggles are highly documented, so I'm not going to go over that. But, the whole kind of like in the same vein as the Chuck Knobloch, the Rick Ankiel, things like that, you're more than welcome to look them up if you want. But I know him as a Pirates announcer. He started in 1983 and continued through last season when he retired after 60 years with the Pirates. And then on September 28th of last year, he was inducted as the inaugural member of the Pirates Hall of Fame. Man, tongue twisters today. Anyway, 3 of 3. Thank you so much, Mr. Blass. Kind of goes back to even yesterday with my mail day and talking about, the voices of my youth and things like that. And just, those mean a lot to me because that's what I grew up listening to sports on the radio. So my next one is a success, 6 of 6. And then he also gave me a handwritten note in 9 days. Andy Hillenburg. So I had actually messaged him on Twitter sometime last year asking him if he'd be willing to sign. He gave me an address, and I never sent it out. So I messaged him again a couple weeks ago. I said, are you still willing to sign? And if so, would it be that address? He said yes. And he did. So his Twitter profile, he says he's, quote, fast track high performance driving school instructor, stuntman, and former race car driver. He also either is a car owner or has been a car owner fielding cars in the ARCA series, and has also been a car owner in the NASCAR Cup series and truck series in the past. Not sure if he's still doing those. He's credited with reviving North Carolina Motor Speedway, better known as Rockingham, after NASCAR pulled Cup races out in the early 2000s. So my biggest reason for wanting his signature was for the Indy 500 autograph collection. I remember Donald Davidson talking on old episodes of Talk of Gasoline Alley about him qualifying in 2000. It was the one race he qualified, he attempted, qualified, and ran. He was an Indianapolis native, put together his own deal to run his own car. He was the last guy that made the race, started 33rd, and he finished 28th in his only IndyCar open wheel championship car, whatever you want to call it, race. So 6 of 6, actually 7 of 6, because he did include a note just thanking me for my kind words, because I do actually handwrite letters with all of my TTMs. Some are shorter than others, some are more detailed. It just depends. You know, sometimes you don't have to write necessarily as long of a one, and this is a case right here. 2 of 2 in 10 days, and I believe 2 is all he will sign at once, which is why it's the only reason I sent. But it's the King, Richard effin' Petty. I mean, if you don't know who Richard Petty is, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's Richard Petty. 200 career NASCAR wins, most all time. 7 championships, tied for most all time with Dale Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson. He's still a car owner. And then for me, he has minor ties to the Indianapolis 500, as he teamed with some existing IndyCar teams, Dry and Reinbold in 2009 and Andretti Autosport in 2010 and 11 to field cars for John Andretti for the Indianapolis 500, and John Andretti had previously driven for him in NASCAR. So I've gotten Mr. Petty in the past, but I thought these good ones would look nice, and you didn't have the gloss to worry about, and they definitely super thrilled to have those. Last one. I sent 5 cards, and I got back my 5 cards and also 2 additional pieces that he included. So I've actually gotten one of these before. So it's 7 of 5 in 12 days, Mr. Bobby Allison. So I've actually gotten one of these because I wrote to Mr. Allison years ago, and he always apparently includes these when he sends back. So it was cool to get another one of those. And I had sent a bigger card size envelope when I sent these, and that's because of one of the cards I sent. So I don't need to, I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm glad I sent the bigger envelope because he included this, and if you see next to my hand, so this is bigger than a postcard size. This is, I don't know, maybe 5x7 autographed, and that's just a beautiful, and it's a copy of a Sam Bass print. But yeah, love that. Wouldn't have gotten that back if I had just sent a normal, smaller envelope. So, Bobby Allison is the 1983 Winston Cup champion and 3-time Daytona 500 champion. He has 84 career victories, 4th all-time, and he may have actually won 2 more races, but he's not credited with those victories. He was inducted into the Motorsports Hall of Fame in 1992, the International Motorsports Hall of Fame in 1993, and the NASCAR Hall of Fame in 2011. In 1998, named one of NASCAR's 50 greatest drivers, which he's going to be on that list for the 100, probably the 150 as well. And for me, what's cool is he ran the Indianapolis 500 in 1973 and 1975 for Roger Penske, and he finished 32nd and 25th respectively. So the cards I got signed were this old Press Pass Pocket Portraits. It's obviously a tobacco size card. A couple of 91 Pro Set cards that I had. I love this set. They're great for autographs. Something out of a racing champion. So these would have been the card that came with a die-cast vehicle. And then the last one is a thickie. That's what she said. So this is what is this? A 2007 Donruss Americana relic. It's a piece of race used shirt. It looks like the texture looks like it's probably just a polo of some sort is what it was. There you can see it. But he signed that one as well, and as you can see, it's a thick boy. So I had used the extra ounce envelope or the extra ounce stamp. So there's for comparison size. So I'd use the or the non-machinable stamp, and then the bigger envelope. So because I did that, because of the thickness of this card, instead of just sending a normal first class stamp, I was able to get that bigger 5x7 back. So pretty excited about that. So that's all I got for you. I want to say I've sent out 9 total, and that means I've already gotten 5 back, so I've only got 4 out. I don't anticipate getting those anytime too soon. I haven't written anything since about a week and a half, so no more going out. But I do want to make this a Tuesday thing if and when I get any responses, and hopefully I will start writing more and sending more out soon. But that's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Happy collecting, y'all, and I will see you down the road.